right, Shilpa, we'll leave it at that. Thanks very much for joining in. Now, online gaming industry is waiting to have a detailed regulatory framework and some clarity on taxation from the GST Council for better operations. Industry player Games 24/7's co-founder and co-CEO Bhavan Pandya, in an exclusive interaction with Timsy Jaipuria, talked about the current challenges being faced by the industry and future plans of the company. He also talked about the new 400 crore rupee venture fund for budding entrepreneurs. Listen in.
Right now, we need regulation, and two, we need clarity on taxation. Those are the two biggest challenges.
You were part of the representing industry, especially when it comes to the GST Council, on online gaming, casinos and horse racing. You also came up with a detailed presentation to the group of ministers. What was the presentation all about? If you could crisply talk about, is 28% acceptable to your industry or not?
Sure. It all comes down to what the valuation is on which the 28% is going to be levied. Currently, we pay 18% on the revenue that we generate from providing the service. Right? On that, we are welcoming the 28%. That itself will be 60% more tax than we're paying right now, but we welcome that. We are okay with that. Right? But if the valuation is going to change, so if they're going to levy the tax 28%, on the entire entry fee, that is the amount that I'm paying for, that will make it unviable for the industry.
What was the assurance that you got from the group of ministers?
The assurance we got from the group of ministers is that they have no intention to disrupt the industry or to negatively impact the industry. So they are giving us a very, very open hearing and are going to come out with the best possible solution, is what we've been informed.
So you're waiting for the GST Council to actually come up with its final report and decision on taxation?
We are.
Apart from that, other areas which are challenging is the regulatory framework. MeitY is the parent industry ministry, to be precise, for your sector. You are making representations to them as well. When it comes to what should be the regulation, how should the companies situated in India and how companies which are abroad, or to be precise, onshore and offshore companies, what are their challenges?
So the challenge that we face right now, as far as regulation is concerned, is that we would like clarity in terms of what we can do and what we cannot do. And you mentioned MeitY, but I would like to say that generally the government has been very open to listen to us and to actually come up with the right kind of regulation. So we are working with them actively to let them know, or to share with them what we have learned is happening in India and in other geographies. As far as offshore players are concerned, I think the issue is that they're offering games that may or may not be allowed in India, which is the main point, that if the MeitY or the government is going to tell us, okay, these kinds of games are allowed, that puts us in a much better place to be able to operate in India.
So you're waiting for that regulation to come?
Yes.
When it comes to consumer protection, that is also one area where government is working. Consumer Affairs Department is in touch with the online gaming industry in terms of avoiding people to get into the trap of, say, illegal loan apps, illegal betting apps, which are also thriving along with the industry.
Yes, that's right. So to answer that question, you're absolutely right. What is happening is that this industry, the industry that is in India, the online gaming industry, I'm very happy to share that has come together extremely well to recognize some of those problems and also fight them. So I can tell you about us at Games 24/7. We are ensuring that we are tracking our players to understand, right, what is engaging them, what they're doing well, what they can do better on. And so in the cases where we think that they may be playing more than they should, we're very quick to stop them. And I'm also happy to share with you that we're not the only ones that are doing this. The industry is coming together because they recognize these as problems and is working towards solving them through their data and through some of the technologies that they've put in place. Where we've obviously done a lot of work on data science, AI, machine learning, and a lot of time and efforts have been invested there to really build world-class systems that can help us cater to our players better. We've just announced Games 24/7 Ventures, a fund that we're starting, which is going to invest in entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs, in the digital online gaming, digital content, digital marketing space, to be able to give them, obviously help them grow through our knowledge and through some funds.
What is the size of this fund?
It's over 400 crores to be invested over 5 years.
And what are the potential areas which you're looking at as immediate where you can start investing this fund?
Yeah. So the area that we know very well is online gaming. So that's obviously going to be a key area for us. But then there is also digital content. What are the different kinds of contents that will engage people, different kinds of casual games that are there?
What are these contents like? What would be the sectors of these digital content? We speak of digital content as a very large term nowadays.
100% right, and good question. When we talk about digital content, we talk about entertainment. So different games that you can offer people, but that are very casual in nature. That you come for 5-10 minutes, you play them, you go away, you come back and play them. So casual games mainly is what we are referring to for the global market. So made in India for the world. So that's something that we are doing and we want to invest in. But in addition to that, there's also digital advertising that we've learned a thing or two about, where we think that there are synergies with us where we can invest. And then there is, esports, some of those other areas in gaming as well, where we want to get involved.
Moving on, RBI's digital currency has arrived, and sources say